Brought to you by Refi. Refinance your defaulted private student loans today at yrefi.com/Ramsey.
I'm $115,000 in medical debt as of right now, and I'm 19 years old.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
What happened? Give us the quick version of what happened.
3 months ago, I got into a car crash at about 60 miles an hour, broke both my legs,
Whoa.
and had to spend a week or two in the hospital, and have been out of work for the last 3 months.
What's
Wow.
the status on being able to get back to work?
I'm just now able to kind of waddle around my house like a penguin, but
Wow.
walking's still not that great right now, and the doctors are kind of telling me that I'm not going to be able to go back to construction for the next year or two, at least.
So is there a settlement coming out of this? I mean, were you at fault, or are you going to get paid off of this?
I think I was at fault, if I believe correctly, yeah.
Oh, that's tough, my man. That's real tough.
Yeah.
Are
And my oh, sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
Well, my question is that at 19, I've kind of been given two options of how to handle the $115,000 of debt that I'm in, and it's to either, counter them and say that I'm not going to pay it and agree on a lower settlement of, 60 to 80,000 or whatever, or to just not pay it and let it really, hit my credit score and let the credit score drop.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know which of those choices to go with at this point, because I've never had to use my credit, and I don't think I will in the next 7 years. But
Well,
then again, I don't want to be straddled with that debt.
tell me about, did you not have medical insurance at the time? Tell me more about that, because
No,
what I'm
I
thinking,
didn't.
no medical insurance.
No, ma'am.
Do you live
Okay.
at home?
I was living on my own in a travel trailer because, it's the cheapest thing you can live in as a young teenager. But now I am. My awesome mother is taking care of me while I'm recovering.
So the truth is, if you don't pay these, they would roll into collections, and some collections agency would end up buying them for pennies on the dollar. And the truth is, when things go into collection, you're more likely to be able to strike some sort of deal and say, okay, I can pay you, if it's $115,000, I can pay you $40,000, or I can pay you $60,000. And it's usually a cash deal. I don't like that for you because, like you said, you're tanking your credit, and it just feels like a hopeless thing. What I would do is I would start with, okay, is there any type of payment plan I can be on? And there's probably some sort of, I don't want to say the term forbearance, but when you're going through a hard time and they kind of give you a break there until you can start working again. Because the truth is, you're not able to work at this point, and we have to figure out what that means for you next, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm hoping to be able, through my dad's an oil field man, and there was a plan for me to move out to the oil field and get kind of a desk job out there that would pay better than construction and allow me to work, while sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the plan moving forward if I was going to be, paying this off. That was the plan either way, but that was kind of my only way in my mind of
When is that going to happen?
Pay this off.
When are you going to take that job?
As soon as I can walk again and get my
Great.
trailer moved out to Midland.
Fantastic. Okay. So there's income, and I think Jade's right. You call the hospital,
Get a hardship or something.
and you talk to him about what you'd like to do, and if you can settle for Jade, what do you think about his initial idea of settling for a much lower number?
I think that if it comes to that, that's okay, but I would not intentionally tank my credit. Like, I would not intentionally not make the payments to tank my credit so that it gets sold off. I wouldn't do that. If that happened because of circumstances that you couldn't help, which happens every time and people call in, fine.
Well, that was his second option. His first option was going to the hospital and saying, look, I don't know if I'll ever be able to pay that back. Can we do a lower number?
Yeah. Okay. I do like the idea of you going to the hospital and saying, hey, obviously, this is the extent of my injuries. Obviously, I did not have insurance. Obviously, it's going to take me some time. Is there some sort of payment plan I can work out that takes into account my hardship right now?
Yeah.
And I think they will do that.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to go into this with a hopeless mindset of saying, I'll never be able to pay this off. Because I don't believe that. I think you can.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. I think you tell them, look, I'm a 19-year-old kid. I didn't have insurance. Here's why. Tell them your story.
Yeah.
And if you could get it to 60, that's a number you threw out, that's very doable for you to pay that off. But as soon as you can get healthy, yeah, man, you're getting out to Midland And man, you're a young Billy Bob Thornton out there.
Why Refi refinances delinquent private student loans for struggling borrowers. Learn more at yrefy.com/Ramsey.